Hey, Mark. So we just went over January stats for Barrie. Now we're going to look at the January stats for Innisfil.
Yep.
So I'll share the screen with you here and we'll take a look.
Okay.
So 2024 January, 29 sales. 2023, 33. 2023, 33. 12% decrease in sales.
Yep.
Barrie saw a 29% increase.
And let's talk about that before we go further and cut you off there for a sec, because as we know, the Innisfil community doesn't have the amount of homes and doesn't have the low price point homes as the community of Barrie has, right? As we know,
Mm-hmm.
we've been talking about this for a long time now, that community in Innisfil's, again, here's the average, let's call it 9, but you know, that's not a real true reflection of what the inventory is. The reflection is million plus million, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. It goes up, right?
Well,
There's a
listen, this is why this is actually kind of good because it shows you one thing that we've been saying. So the average sale price is at 899, basically 9. And in 2023, it was at 819.
Yep.
So it was an 8.9% actually increase.
Hmm.
But there was less sales for it to be averaged out over. So the average is not really reflective of that's what we were trying to say before,
No,
right?
it's not reflective at all, right? And we both know this average goes up and down based on the properties that are sold in that current period. So, what this is telling me now a bit more than it has been in the past is that we're starting to see some activity, even though the sales are less. We're starting to still see some of these prices, some of these homes in this will start to sell. And we're going to go through that with the viewers of what's selling there. And we're going to and pay close attention to what the what the average days on market, but sorry, not the average days, but the list price, the sale price, and the amount of days on market. And I bet it's going to be it's going to be 70, 80, 90, 120 days. We pull, I know already without even looking at some of these sales, because in the past, that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be interesting to see, but less
Well,
sales prices are.
well, we also still have 205 listings active,
Mhm.
and there was only 191, which is only a 6.8% increase
Yeah.
in listings, where Barrie had a 31%
Yeah.
increase. ESSA has a 36% increase.
Yeah.
Innisfil's inventory level actually didn't get a huge increase, doesn't have a huge increase.
No, no, no. And I think there's a few reasons for that, but I think that could be a whole other video, to be honest. But I just think, because the high price point homes are taking a long time to sell. So, do you want to put up for sale and be like everybody else and get frustrated? Probably not the right time is not to do that right now. Let's, I think those properties down in that community, because they're so higher priced than what we're seeing in Barrie, that they will start to get busier down there as we see some rate decreases come along. And we're going to see that this year. And and I don't think it's going to be robust decreases, right? Not going to be point and a half gone or what. That's just not going to happen. They're going to go small. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I think,
So I'm pulling up some sales, and these are those modular homes in the 300s and this is vacant land on Lebanon. Um, in those modular homes in Sandy Cove Acres, the retirement community.
right.
So this one on Limerick was on the market. Well, I think it was on longer. It was 624 list, sold for 605. And this is a really small little wee house, right? Like it's small.
It's an old cottage down there that we've seen years ago when we were down there selling
Exactly.
small.
Exactly.
But
But what I want to see is, was it actually on the market?
there we go. Started off at 599, then went to 624 6 days later, 7 days later.
So it's been on the market since actually October
Yeah.
24th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So,
then if you go up into,
hey,
okay,
go back.
remember Lambstone, the townhouses?
Let's go back to that listing though. Let's go through the days on market. How many days on market? Probably 35, 40.
It was from October 20th.
Yeah, so almost 50 days. Okay. Well,
So
okay.
you remember Lambstone townhouse?
Yeah. Okay, let's
So
go through.
this is a big one. It was listed at 699.
Yep.
It says on the market 27 days.
Yep.
I bet you it's longer. So for 681,
97% the list price, sale price.
let me see the history quick. Why can't I just see it?
Go address history. You're doing the other one.
So it
70.
was again October 26th, 705,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's been on there for a lot longer than it's saying too, right?
Yep.
And so if we go back to the listing, 3 beds, 3 bath, it's a nice those are nice townhouses.
Yep. They got room. Nice layouts.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're big.
They're big. They're big. Yep. They're big.
Innisfil has some nice townhouses, eh?
They do. They do. There's not many of them for sale, but they have, depending on some areas, you got some good size ones down there for sure. Decent
Like
size,
nicer than most of the average Barrie ones, I think.
100%.
So that was 699, so for 681.
27 days.
Mm-hmm. So
Okay, so here's what I'm noticing. Whoa, slow down a little bit, go back up. Look at the jump. So we again excluding the modular homes, but look at the amount of inventory. Only 12 properties that price from 350 to 681. 12.
yes.
And look at the jump. It goes boom, higher, higher than into the higher ranges.
Well, one is 705, then we go 830, 835, 880, 980. There's only 3 in the 800s.
I
Well,
know.
no, then we're at 980 and then 845, 899, 830, 910, 950, 950. Like
Yep.
they're all pretty high.
And we're right into the $1 million one. So for 29 listings have sold, so 23 of them were under a million. So not it's just so I'm not surprised. So it just seems like a lot of the higher price point properties. And I want you to go back when we're done and see how much properties are over a million active today down there and up.
Okay. This one sold at 845
Let's
on
go
the
through it.
market 85 days on Jack Crescent.
Yeah.
It was dated and needed stuff.
94% on sale price, list price, 67 days in the market.
This got full price on the
Yeah.
market 67 days.
Yeah.
50, 60 days on the market basically. Sold for 830. That looks like a pretty big house for 830.
Yeah, probably 2000. And then we're seeing the same thing in Barrie, right? 20, 30, 40, 70 days and they start selling.
This is 950.
It's decent size.
Oh, it's a big house.
Yeah.
New build.
Yeah.
950. I think this is a total new build.
70 days of market.
Assignment sale, Mark.
Yeah, run away. Don't buy them. You got questions, them call me direct. That's a 4-hour video.
Yeah. So here we're getting into over $1 million on the
Well, here's
market 42 days, 1,095,000 sold for 1,050,000.
96 sale price, list price. There are a dime a dozen down there, these.
Yep.
And when we're done the video, we're going to go back and see the inventory. And I'm sure the viewers are going to make sure you're sitting down if you're a seller, because I already know what it's going to look like.
So this has been on the market 35 days, 1.15 sold for 1,125. This is in Cookstown.
Yeah.
Now Cookstown is a little, look at that view, Mark.
Yeah, no mixed view, right?
That almost looks like a picture. doesn't it?
I know it does. Yeah. Nice home. Nice. I knew
Small
it was
though.
small, but well done. I can tell by the exterior that there was some work done inside, right? You can just,
It's nice.
it is nice.
It's got, I think this has a lot of land too.
Yeah, it's got some.
Backs onto a field.
Yeah. What, how long in the market?
35 days. You want me to check the history?
History. Okay, that's it.
That's it.
So
Yeah.
how many properties over a million that have sold down there?
Well, it's
This,
under 1,500 square feet, eh?
no, it's not that big. Yep. It
Small.
looks small.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, this one's 6.5. It's a farm. So we
Okay.
got 10
Okay.
out of the 34.
Okay.
This one actually, Nantire got over asking. It was at 1,195, still for 1.31.
Pull it up. Nice street.
Mm-hmm.
Days on
3 days
market.
on the market, Mark.
Big home.
I'm actually shocked.
Me too. I didn't like the siding on it. I don't like I don't mind the
I don't, the
layout.
floors are all different.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. Someone paid way too much. I don't like that at all.
I don't like the kitchen either.
Too much going on there at that place.
Well, I have an issue with the rust color in the countertops, and then the backsplash and stuff just kind of looks, it just looks all old school, right?
Yep.
Like, what does it have that's so great here?
I don't like the look at the floors and the contrast it brings. I don't like it at all. I think someone paid some big bucks.
It's a big house.
It is. It is.
It's a lot of money. They got like over asking.
Why? How
I
much
don't even,
land? How much was the lot size?
I'm gonna look right now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Shit, that's a lot of money for that.
I think so too.
108 by 151.
Any history? Pull the history on to see what. Maybe curious.
So for 955 in 2019,
Yeah. Wow. Hmm. Interesting.
right?
Let's. Can you go back? Okay. So if you like the content, give it a like, give it a share,
Oh, you
subscribe to
wanted to see what was listed, didn't you?
do, but you're gonna do that, and I'm gonna talk about the share and likes and following.
Okay, so what do you want me to look up?
I want you to go to the actives in Innisfil for a million and over. How much inventory is
Okay, go
there?
ahead and you can tell
Not
everybody what to do now.
what he did. Then he interrupted me. Um,
Wow.
9. Jesus Christ.
109.
So there's how many listeners? I think there's 210, 205. Half of them are over a million. And
Yep.
we only seen 10 sold.
Yep.
So less than 10% of the inventory in that higher range is turning over in the community. And we've seen this all year long, all year long. And I don't, the only time it's going to get better at these high prices is if rates come down.
Well, there's a shit ton at like 1 to 1 3. Look at I'm on,
Months.
oh, I'm at 50 pages. I'm at 50. I'm now at,
Right. And you made a comment, well, why aren't they, listings are pretty flat to last year. Why bother listing? But you're competing with all this stuff. Unless you have something that's really out of the park, stands out list. But if it blends in with everything else out there, don't
Mark,
bother.
look at this one, 1.749 on Leonard.
I remember I saw it coming up.
It's waterfront,
Oh, I love Leonard. I love the street.
but
He's gonna,
look how
gonna
small it is.
it's tiny. Yeah, he's gonna get it though. As soon as this warm weather comes along.
So it's been on the market. It says 32 days.
This is too early.
And I know, and the taxes here, I get $7,200 because it's on the water, right?
Barry, that'd be like 15,000.
And it sold for 1.3 million in 2021.
Yep.
It was at one, it was listed last July at 1799.
Yeah.
And now we're at 1749. They only went down by 50 grand
How long was it listed for in last year, Diane?
since July 10th.
And when did it expire? I wonder how long, how many days? Just curious. 92.
92.
This is it. When? July. You need to list that a lot earlier.
Mm-hmm. I wonder
July.
if they changed agents.
Go back to history.
Nope. Same agent.
All right. You may get it, but hey, why would you list that 32 days ago in January? It's people aren't looking for those. What we see in activity, a buyer looking for that as soon as we see in March, April, right? Ice is coming off, warm, sunny days, people feeling good. They're not feeling good in January.
No, well, I have a guy looking for waterfront right now up a little bit north, and we're looking now for that reason though, because the thought process is um if they've been listed all winter, maybe we can get a deal now.
Maybe, maybe,
Because nobody's selling waterfront or not a lot. List it now. So if they're listed now, they have to sell. That's the
maybe.
thought process.
Yeah, you never know. Well, when listed, I think we
So
covered it. What do you
yeah.
think?
Well,
We
yeah, it's still struggling there.
still struggling. Nothing has changed. We keep repeating it, but sellers, I don't know what to say. That you're competing with 105 listings, a million and over, and we're not seeing turns in that, and we're seeing 10% of that market selling down there, just like we've seen all year long.
All year.
So I don't know if it's going to get better. I think it's only going to get better once we see rates come down. People
I
that
agree.
want more affordability for people.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, thanks for the video. Thanks for the chat.
No
Have a good night.
problem.
See ya.
See ya.